that, okay?
Sissy's his wife.
Who?
Imogene Coco. Bob Passwaters.
Tell me, hey.
Annette, I think that's Annette.
It is.
That shrimp.
Lost my purse.
Colonel Point.
We were just talking about Hogan Point.
I didn't recognize without the monocle.
She's telling me who
Hooters over there in the big pink court. Or Linkletter.
Oh, Linkletter, yeah.
Ah, here we go, Rosemary. I just saw her last night in some kind of a stupid movie.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nah.
Rosemary.
Nice car.
Yeah, it is. There he is, Howdy's with him. You gotta get a picture of it on his lap.
Where's Mr. Red? Yeah, where's Mr. Red at? Tell me.
David Nelson. David Nelson.
Who is it?
David Nelson.
Okay, okay.
Because this dedication and this entire theater complex is also a celebration, as I said, of the 50th anniversary of television broadcasting in the United States. Television has become a part of American life like no other invention before or since. And the people who made television, who gave it life and gave us moments to remember, indeed became part of our American family. And their faces became part of the American legend. Today we're going to honor them by bringing them back, or by bringing back live TV in a special way that you'll see when you see the Superstar Television Theater. So let me call up one of those legends himself, the little fellow who is always a part of everything we do, This time I don't mean Masakai Morita, I mean Mickey Mouse. Mickey, would you turn on our anniversary television?
Okay, Frank.
On this 30th day of April 1989, to celebrate the 50th anniversary of television broadcasting in the United States, and to honor those who shaped television history, we dedicate the Superstar Television Theater and the Monster Sound Show, and declare them both officially on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, our legends of American television broadcasting, please join us in honoring them. She sang her way into America's hearts on the immortal Ernie Kovacs show and lit up a whole generation as the Muriel Cigar spokeswoman. Ladies and gentlemen, Edie Adams. Next, a man who became the role model for television writers everywhere, playing one part of a fictional three-part writing team on the Dick Van Dyke Show. He is still seen in over 130 countries around the world on that classic program. Please honor Morey Amsterdam.
Ready when you are, CB. Hi folks, my name is Bill and I'm going to be your guide today. Academy Award winning Mary Poppins. Everybody mind your P's and Q's and maybe nobody gets hurt, see? We're getting out of here. Hey, where am I? New Jersey? What is this?
And now, the Old West, and two of Hollywood's legendary stars, Clint Eastwood and John Wayne.
Fixing to get myself shot. I'd hightail it out of here. Go right ahead if that's what you're a mind to do. A long time ago, I made me a rule. Let people do what they want.
Sleepy little town, ain't it?
That's some mighty tough territory you're heading into. I think about turning back.
Hey, what's the big idea here? Where am I now?
This is Alien. You are with Sigourney Weaver aboard the spaceship Nostromo. Something has gone wrong. One by one, the crew has vanished. And somewhere in the ship, a terrifying creature waits to claim its next victim.
Victim? Hey you, talking to me, what's this victim business, eh?
lost ark, amid 1,000 deadly snakes, Indiana Jones unearths a great treasure. Will Harrison Ford escape with his discovery? And what will be doing? Beware.
Snakes? Why did it have to be snakes? What are you looking at?
The dust of 3,000 years lies on.
Come to Papa! And while I'm up there heisting that jewel, my esteemed friends, don't nobody move. I do not think they would notice it. Looks like we're safe now. This is the jungle home of Tarzan. Johnny Weissmuller. Oh, there's Morey Amsterdam's chain. And of course, the lovely and talented Cheetah, as herself. Pass them on.
Understand that.
It's a Sorcerer's Apprentice in Fantasia. Probably the most beloved movie of all time, The Wizard of Oz.
Kill my sister. Who killed the Witch of the East? Was it you?
No, I didn't kill anyone. It was an accident.
Well, my little pretty, I can cause accidents too.
Oh, rubbish. You have no power here. Be gone before somebody drops a house on you, too.
Very well. I'll bide my tongue. But just try to stay out of my way. Just try. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
I think the sooner we get out of Oz, the better. But which way do we go?
All the yellow.
Why didn't I think of that?
Can you see him down there? On the yellow book?
This would probably be the entire thing right here, yeah. We'll wind up in the Emerald City.
Oh, look, yep. There it is.
Oh, okay, that's how it...
Oh, Toto! We'll be home in time for supper.
In another round, I'll be king of the forest. Long live the king.
There's the Emerald City. Oh, we're almost there. Fast as fast. You.
Sissy Spacek.
She got a long name to write, too. Sissy Spacek. Got one. Yeah, she does. Here?
Bye, Bill.
Right now, bungalow number 3 is the home of the all-new Mickey Mouse Club. That just premiered this week on the Disney Channel. And as we round the corner, you can look up and off to your right and get an eyeful of our award-winning Earful Tower. It's 13 stories tall. Well, some people say it's 14 stories tall, but, well, that's another story. And it did take 2 full ears to complete. Right now we're passing by the greens department here at the studio. This is where we store plants and trees and shrubs until they're ready to be used on the set. This really is a growing department. Next we're going to enter one of the more glamorous departments at the studio, costuming. Here you'll see the original costumes worn by Bette Midler in Big Business, Warren Beatty in his current production of Dick Tracy, Julie Andrews in Mary Poppins, Michael Jackson in Captain EO, and the co-stars of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Here at the studios we have over 100 talented artists who design and create costumes for our television, motion picture, and entertainment needs. And with over 2.25 million garments, Walt Disney World does have the world's largest working wardrobe. And just ahead of costuming is our light prop and camera department, where we maintain and store lights and other equipment for use on and off the lot. Network TV crews often use our equipment when filming shuttle launches over at the Kennedy Space Center. And just ahead of that is our scenic shop. This is where carpenters begin work on sets that will later be finished inside the sound stages. They're about the only ones I know who can make a scene and get paid for it. Now, a set that gets used over and over again is called a standing set. Unless it falls down, then it's called a fallen set. A standing set could be as simple as a bedroom odds, as you can see by that first house on the right there. Of course, real estate agents love this street. There's always an open house. The only resident here is Herbie the Love Bug. Hi, Herbie! Everybody wave to Herbie! Herbie's part of the Burns house. I would say Production crews often call this part of the backlot Anywhere USA, because depending on where we place the camera, we can recreate just about any town across the country. Up here on the left is the home used in the exterior shot of The Golden Girls, one of many TV shows shot here on Residential Street. And across from that is the home from Splash 2.
Identified by the movie, it's kind of funny. By the way, this is...
Say that's a Splash one.
I don't know. They should have a big thing in the front yard that says, you know, have a notch on, you know. Playground, shit.
Looks like production designers have added a few props and dressings to this blue house on the left. There's a Tonka truck in the garden, a Frisbee up on the roof. That'll give it more of a lived-in look for its shoot. You know, those little details really do make a big difference. Some set pieces used in previous productions. By now you're probably starting to realize that around here we tend to not throw anything away that may be used again in a future production. This wooden keelboat on the right was used in the filming of the treasure of Matacumbe. From here we can also get a real good backstage look at Residential Street. Notice how the architectural details tend to stop just beyond camera range? Well, that's because here on the back lot, we only build what the camera needs to see. Residential Street's a nice place to visit, but you wouldn't want to live there. Here on the back lot, we build sets and environments that can't be found nearby. For example, where in Central Florida would you go if you needed an active oil field in the middle of a dry, rocky, barren desert canyon? Well, that was just the problem facing the producers of a new film. In fact, it looks like
This thing makes
things are a little bit wet. Evidently, they were
pouring
pouring
down. This thing like pouring down like a mountain. This thing has like a 500,000 gallons that come pouring down.
Can we stop here for just a minute, Jill, so we can take a look around?
So this fucking water down here, it's recycled. All of a sudden, this
Like I said, here on the back lot, we could recreate just about anything, even the weather. And I guess for them, they needed a real downpour.
Lisa,
Since time is money in movie making, you can't wait around for Mother
it
Nature.
explodes and everything.
When the cameras are ready, hold on a second.
This is what I saw on the Disney Channel.
I think they're going to run the rain effect now. Good timing, Jill. Now see, usually they'll only do this when they're getting ready to shoot a scene. Very good.
Central Park at.
Our designers spent over a year and a half just planning and constructing the sets that you see along this street. Now while this stone and brickwork may look like the real thing, don't be fooled. These are only facades. These movie sets are made out of styrofoam and fiberglass. But to the camera, they do look like the real thing. A little bit cleaner than New York City, wouldn't you say? Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Now as we get a little bit closer to those skyscrapers, you can see that they're really only painted. Now for your own safety, please keep your heads, paws, big ears, funny tails, beaks, and feathers safely inside the vehicle at this time. Oh, Jill, where's your car with? Have you any trouble finding the marketplace this morning? Signs and vehicles.
I know.
In the front of our dock, all the way up to the conning tower. Fire torpedo. That was close. Alright, 10 more seconds to showtime, folks. We gonna leave?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everybody, my name is Joanna. This is my assistant John. We'd like to welcome you to part 2 of the backstage backstage studio tour, and now to the world of special effects. Because the cost and risks of filming on the open seas are extremely high, we often use water effects tanks like this one instead. And along with the proper movie magic, the results can be very convincing. Let's take a look overhead at the monitors. So really rock that boat. Let's shake Tim up in there. And to make that shot more believable, I'm going to add some wind. John's going to give us some rain. And I'd like for you to provide the sound. On the count of 3, I want everyone to yell, "Jump in!" Ready? 1, 2, 3, jump in! This is how we film a classic ocean scene. But there's actually more to it than meets the camera's eye. Let's take a look at the monitors above.
It's like an in-house.
The characters from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. As you can probably see just from looking around, special effects is one of the most fascinating areas of filmmaking. And it all begins here in the workshop. This is where artists and technicians spend months planning the special effects you see on the big screen. And all of that planning starts, of course, with the script, and also with the director's own thoughts about the story. These thoughts are then translated by an artist into a sequence of pictures known as a storyboard, which you can see examples of on the walls behind you. They were first developed by Walt Disney for the use of animated films, but are now widely used for planning special effects scenes prior to their shooting. Sometimes a story may call for a big, ugly creature like this one.
By building objects in front of a blue screen, later on we can make the blue disappear and replace it with almost any other background. It's this process that allowed Bob Hoskins to drop into the cartoon world of Roger Rabbit.
What's up, John?
Are we ready, girls? Okay. You're gonna do me good like an actor, right? Okay, camera ready? Okay, ready? And action! Roll it! Hey, now, as you can tell on the monitor, our B is moving. That's because the camera is doing all the work. Our B on the floor is actually stationary. Okay, and cut. Great. Well, girls, you have to talk here. Stephanie, set up the beat for the next shot, please. Okay. And then that was a practice run for us. Okay. This time, I need terror. I need screaming. Blood curdling screams. I need arms flying in the air. Legs kicking. Okay? She's falling up. You gotta hold her.
Photography permitted, and I want to thank you for your cooperation. Want to go on?
Yeah.
Hi everybody, my name is Gina, and I'd like to welcome you to Sound Stages 2 and 3. Right now on Sound Stage 2, we're taping a safety video for Delta, and on Sound Stage 3, in front of you, is the standing sets for the all-new Mickey Mouse Club. Right now, they finished up a press conference with Annette Funicello, and you might get a glimpse of some of the Mouseketeers if you take a closer look down on our stage. This show tapes on a daily basis. However, a sitcom, on the other hand, tapes on a weekly basis. And here to take you behind the scenes of a weekly sitcom is one of America's favorite TV families.
Hi, I'm Felicia Rashad, and I'd like to take you behind the scenes of The Cosby Show. This is the soundstage in New York City where we do the show every week. It starts on Monday. The actors gather around the tables, and we read the script.
They gave me a lot of lines this week. Now this is a good script. Wait a minute. We can't start the reading without Mr. Cosby.
Yeah, where is he? According to Disney World!
Monday night, the writers get together and work on the script some more, and then Tuesday, we rehearse it.
I have even more lines today than I had yesterday. I have less lines. Hey, give me some of yours.
Excuse me, actors, do you mind? We have a rehearsal going on here.
Oh, he started it.
Wait a minute, Bill's supposed to be in this scene. Where is he?
I'm going to Disney World!
On
Wednesdays, the cameras come into the studio and we rehearse in front of them.
Well, Michael, we just been doing rehearsals here, and it's going along extremely well. It's going to be very exciting. We have about another 6 weeks or so, I think, before it'll be absolutely ready. But I think in the meantime, we're going to be letting people see the rehearsals. It's a very exciting show. It's amazing to see these guys perform these stunts, you know, with sort of no safety net, without the cameras, you know, putting it on a movie, which is what I'm used to. It's a really spectacular show, and I really look forward to seeing it in its final form.
This show will open around June 15th. If we didn't have Willie Nelson and George Burns last night, the Pointer Sisters performing in our theater, we would have opened June 14th. So we think this will be the most unique way of looking into movies and the stunts that go into them and how a film like Indiana Jones gets produced. George has been working with his stunt coordinator who made Raiders of the Lost Ark for about 7 months here. And I think you'll see if you come up, we're going to rehearse just a couple of big scenes today, and each day, if you come back every single day till June 15th, you will do a story on how you put together a show. But today is just some of the stunts without the story, without the dialogue. Now I think there's a delivery that's come to George. Let's see where it is. Oh, it's a very attractive delivery man. I think we're waiting for a cue from the sky.
In order to open the passage, push the plunger.
I think, George.
I'm rolling, but I don't remember things the guy what he was about to do. Oh, you didn't do it?